Hello,
Hi.
welcome to the podcast. Uh, we are here with me, Andrew, Chase, and
Hello.
my good friend Craig. Uh,
Hello.
Today we'll be discussing several things. Alright, this is gonna be our podcast. Okay, starting us off here. The Cuban Missile Crisis.
Mhm.
The fall of 1962, October, United States finds out there are ballistic missiles installed in Cuba. Now, this
Could
is
be.
this is a big threat, considering Cuba within range of the United States, ballistic missiles and all that. But
Right.
then again, they themselves had installed missiles in Turkey. However, after weeks of intense negotiation, the missiles from both Turkey and Cuba were withdrawn. And actually, this is the closest the United States got to. Well, this is the closest the world got to total nuclear annihilation. Got down to DEFCON 2, actually. Which brings up an interesting thought about the DEFCON system. You'd expect the higher the number you go, right, would mean more danger. But the lower it goes, it's like golf. The lower it goes, the closer you are to destruction.
I love golf.
Don't we all? You know,
Mhm.
Speaking of the Cuban Missile Crisis, you have anything to say about Cuba?
I actually,
So,
actually,
go
I,
ahead.
yeah, appreciate. So how long were the missiles there? Like, do you know? Like, do we know? Or
Uh, I
like
mean, once the
on
missiles
the
got put in, they were found out pretty soon after the Bay of Pigs. Well, after the Bay of Pigs invasion, right? The United States stopped being able to do surveillance over Cuba, but once they did, they found out pretty quick that the missiles were there. So sometimes between the Bay of Pigs invasion and then the missiles were put there, which
uh,
actually happened. Let's see, when was that? That happened all the way in 1961. So just about a year they were there before anyone found out. Luckily,
mhm.
you know, another positive to this was after after all things had settled, the United States publicly promised never to invade Cuba again, which was pretty cool.
Cool, that's cool.
That is pretty neat.
Yeah.
So, let me tell you something else that's pretty neat about Cuba. So, we all know about the Cuban Missile Crisis. Obviously, that's kind of something that happens. We've gone over in history
Yeah,
multiple times. Obvious. That's something that's going to happen. But one of my favorite facts about that whole ordeal was the amount of times the CIA tried to assassinate Fidel Castro. I believe there were over 5,000 attempts in different programs in different ways just to kill this one man, and it never worked. One of my favorites, I like to call it the in-mail assassination.
Oh wow.
This one was done it was done way too many times. So what they would do, starting with a small bullet, just to make it seem like, something random happened, they would take an envelope, right? They would open it up, and then they would take a pistol chambered in 22. They shot it into the envelope, closed it really quickly, and the bullet that fired from that gun stayed in the envelope. They mailed it to Fidel Castro, so that when he opened the bullet, it would just go right in his head. But for whatever reason, every single time they tried this assassination, it just went right past him and hit one of his wives. Every single time. And I feel like that really didn't help tensions between us and Cuba at the time, or Russia, as a matter of fact, because there's just so many women died.
Oh wow.
But they started at 22. They started going higher and higher caliber. But somehow this man just kept evading it. And I personally, go ahead. Somebody said something.
Was he in the Matrix? I'm joking. Go
I
ahead.
didn't see him in the movie, but it could have been possible. The Matrix is insane. But you know what else is insane?
Hmm?
Well, let's just say there would have been a much better way for the CIA to handle this.
Oh, yeah.
What
In
would
dealing
that
with
be?
insanity, I don't know if you've ever seen or heard anything about, I don't know, like maybe chimpanzees. But those things absolutely tear humans to shreds. That's why we can't work with them in movies or anything anymore, because they're just so, even the most trained ones are still so volatile at points where they'll just go off and they'll just go on rampages, and they're so terribly strong. It's insane.
Huh.
What they should have done is just sent a chimpanzee in a box to his front door. He would have opened it up, and then boom, the chimpanzee would have just ripped him apart, and there would have been nothing to do. It could have just been a wild animal. They would have never known. I think the CIA was trying too hard. That's what I'm saying.
These kids cartoons today, like Curious George, right? That's not a new one, but like, god dang, bro, I wish it was. Have you seen the cartoons today, bro? They're so mid. They're so mid, bro. Like, hold on, I'm about to. All right, look. Here's, I'm just name a few. This is I do not own these. PJ Masks shorts, mid. Yeah, I seen like 5 episodes. Max.
Explain a little bit more to us.
Like of that show or like what?
Of the show. What's the
Yeah,
show?
I've never even heard of it.
Neither have I.
So like it's like these little kids, but like they're superheroes, right? Like it's not like Prowse or Peter Parker, like they're actual kids and like they're just sneaking out their mom's house and they're an actual crime. No, they're little kids. They got a bat cave. They got a bat cave, bro. They're kids. How? I'm being so for real. I'm like, bruh. All right. What's another new one? I know some, but like, all right, Paw Patrol. That's not really new, but it's still mid.
They made a
Paw Patrol
movie.
wasn't too bad. I've seen some of it. Having younger siblings, it's not terrible in my opinion, but
it's still mid to me. Odd Squad. Now I seen this growing up a little bit. In the first few seasons, it was all right, but now it's
all right. No. The Odd Squad is where it's at. Odd Squad.
Hold on, I've not seen Odd Squad. Let me.
Okay, so it's like these kids, these actual kids, right? It's like the CIA, but they're all kids. And
dude, that's awesome. What? That sounds amazing.
And, like anything that's odd that's going on, they go and they mediate the problem, right? Like
that kid's fat.
Yeah.
But listen. What I'm saying is, it's just now. Like,
I haven't seen the new seasons.
Yeah, I seen like one of the new seasons. Like, oh, this is going to be a busting show. I cried, bro. You remember Kiki Walker, right, bro? No, not watch.
No.
Do not recommend. Do not. Like, let's go back to 2007. Let's list some shows from 2007, bro. Hold on. I have my list. Curious George. Phineas and Ferb.
Banger.
You know, did they ever explain how Phineas and Ferb got all that money? Like, everything they're doing, every episode, would cost no less than millions and millions of dollars. Where are these kids getting this money?
The credit card. Duh.
They're really good at talking. I don't know.
Bro, all right. Hold on. What's this? You say that? I think Rory the race car. Bro, this is a rip-off Lightning McQueen, but I bet this was a good show. I'm about to watch it tonight. Chowder? W.
Bro, Chowder.
Chowder was a good one.
That is the show, dude.
Like, come on, bro. Like, bro.
I see where you're coming from. They used to try harder.
Bro.
They definitely used to try harder.
Bro, like Shaun the Sheep. Bro, these shows look so ugly now, but yet they talk to, bro. Like, bro, when I looked at Super Y, I was like, oh.
Bro, Super Y was awesome.
But I was like, they is speaking facts.
Super Y is the only reason I know how to read now.
Exactly. It taught me so much.
School has never taught me anything. Oh wait, cut that out. Yo Gabba
Gabba. Oh my
dude,
god. It's been so long since I thought about that.
Dude, I love that show.
Word Girl. That's the only reason I know how to spell simple words. Ain't gonna lie. Word World.
I've never heard of that one.
So many words. See, this is why kids today don't know how to read.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm sorry. But like, cartoons back then, they actually taught you, but at the same time they didn't. If you learned something, you learned a lot. If you didn't, you didn't. Point made. Back at the barn. Back at the barn. Come on.
That
come
was
on.
the dude. That show was so funny. I love that show.
Bro, I will easily take Back to the Barnyard over Bluey, bro. Like, what? Come on, bro. Like, nah.
Man, my little sister watches Bluey all the time, and the only thing I can think about while watching that show is that the dad is such a pushover, man. Like, honestly.
I'm trying to see if I can find some. Alright, bro. Blaze? That's a ripoff Rory, which is a ripoff of Lightning McQueen. Do I need to say more? No.
They just don't try anymore,
They really don't.
and it's a wonder why some of our kids are just stuck
Bro,
to these screens of just random flashing colors, basically at this point.
bro, Teen
There's
Titans,
no point.
Teen Titans Go. The first, like, maybe 1 or 2 seasons, it might have taught you something. But then they went through poop jokes.
No. I don't think anything on like Cartoon Network. That was the fun cartoons. That's not the educational cartoons. Education is not the point there. Point there is watch time.
Fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said there's a difference. Like there's an entertaining, but there's also an educational entertainment. And nowadays, I don't see much of an actual educational aspect to a lot of the shows that they're putting out.
And even the entertainment shows, like the plots are a lot.
Thin. They're thin. They're thin.
Yes.
They're 3-step plots.
Yes.
I could do an episode that probably has the same plot. Oh man, life is good. I got a penny. Oh no, I lost my penny. Man, you took my penny. You didn't take my penny. It was in my car. Might be. Everything's fine. No. But I will give some shows this. When they do a massive change, they sort of try to stick with it. Because they are changing something big.
Yes.
But I'm just saying, the early Steven Universe, that was blessed. Jimmy Neutron, that was a good show, right?
I said if we like go to like entertaining shows as well, I feel like there were actual like fun plots that you could get interested in for a single episode, and then it would be resolved in that episode, and you didn't have to worry about it anymore. You didn't have to follow these increasingly long plots as a child, for some of them, which I mean is good for some things. It depends on the show, all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of ambiguity between different types of cartoons.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like, okay. Like, I don't really care, but like, if you watch cartoons, you're cool with me, I guess. Just, if like stupid.
Yeah.
Things are different nowadays.
Oh, hold on. Wait, go back. Dang it. I had something. Bro,
well,
Dexter's Laboratory? Hold on. I will take Dexter's Laboratory over the new Cuphead show. Don't get me wrong, I like both, but nah.
I haven't seen the new Cuphead show. Is it any good?
It's pretty good. It's it sticks to tradition, What I like about shows. When it's based off something, I like how it sticks in a way. Wait, bro. I'm sorry. I just can't. Y'all, bro, is that even around?
You know, oh, wow. Looking at the time, we can wrap things up right here if we felt like it. Is that what you guys want to do?
Yeah. I guess.
I don't have much more to say tonight. This has been an interesting podcast, jumping from
It has.
Cuban Missile Crisis all the way to kids' cartoons and how times have changed, for real.
I guess.
Introduce ourselves. We're so dumb, and we're talking about good cartoons. Who's the host? I'm not gonna say I'm the host.
I figure, like throughout it's been not quite such a rigid structure, but it has changed gradually over the course of the podcast.
All I'm saying is America has got dumber. Please get smart. Please.
And I figure that's where we're ending.